are logging into MyTEAM Today. This is what matters. Happy Thursday, everybody. We have big updates on how to do the Greatness Challenge. Plus, we're making a lot of moves in the auction house. I sold a ton of things. I bought a ton of things. Let's dive right in and see what's important today. We'll go into greatness. We'll spend plenty of time on it, but let's do our usual. Take care of the dailies. Single player. We have a lot of single player to play for either the festival, which is in its final day, or if we're getting a jump on greatness. Either way, should be pretty easy to play some single player today. There's a lot of challenges to stack, and we want that free 5,000 MT. For the Season 4 tab, nothing new. Last day to get your Hall of Fame option pack. Make sure you take care of that. And again, nothing new down here towards the end. Focus on those training challenges when you can and get that signature challenge done. It's a free Hall of Fame badge for a quick clutch time game, so definitely do that. In the Battlegrounds, yesterday morning, they didn't put a new challenge. I'm not sure if they put it in yesterday afternoon. I actually didn't check, but this morning there is 2 new ones, so they kind of made up for yesterday, whether it came later or if it's just they just doubled up this morning. But there is 2 new diamond challenges, which is great if you're chasing pieces. I mean, a diamond is a pack in the exchange, so even if you just want a couple packs, these are pretty easy. They can be stacked with some of the greatness challenges because a lot of those challenges are going to be in domination or breakout. So just from playing some greatness challenges, I already got a couple of these done. The Mavericks win with 3 specific Rockets players. Okay, so you have to use a rival. It says Mavericks win, but they want you to use 3 Rockets players. Not sure if that's a glitch or if it's kind of like a rivalry thing. Maybe. Keep an eye on that. But yes, this can be stacked. It's for 2 diamond pieces. Some of us are a little bit more wrapped up on the festival, kind of myself included. I'm just using these for like base packs. But I know a lot of us are still pushing, trying to get Sar and Terry. So they did give us a couple diamonds. Go ahead and take care of those if that's a priority. But let's go into greatness. We have some big updates, and yesterday we were kind of soaking it all in, but after digesting it a bit, I have a pretty good understanding of how to tackle this thing if that's your priority. So whether or not you're going for the 5 dark matters, and if you get all 5 of these guys, they lock in for 100 overall Dwayne Wade. I mean, that's a pretty good card, but this is a pretty big grind. I would say each player is probably going to take about 10 hours of consistent grinding. Of course, some people posted on Reddit yesterday saying they already got KG, or somebody also got Blake Griffin. I mean, it was probably 8 to 10 hours, a long night for those people, and that's fine. Sometimes it is fun just to lock in like that, but this can be a slow burn, and that's how we'll take it on this channel. We're definitely going to prioritize this and keep knocking it out. I mean, I'm playing breakout and domination a lot anyway, so it's so easy to stack some of these challenges. And the way it works is, just from these base stats, as we talked about yesterday, just making 153 pointers in any mode will unlock this CJ McCollum. I already unlocked the lower tier challenges. It was like make 1 3-pointer, make 23 pointers, make 53 pointers, something like that. Every time you unlock one of these, you get a greatness player. These greatness players have an associated challenge. So you can see this CJ McCollum. I need to come here and use that CJ McCollum. It has to be the greatness CJ McCollum. Most of the challenges are not with a greatness player down below, but some of them do require that specific greatness CJ McCollum. So just always read the fine print. But once I win this game, I'll unlock those 5 Amethyst Wild Gems. Already a W. We like growing the collection. But those 5 Amethyst Wild Gems have a specific stat challenge down below. This is the 3-point section, so it's going to be 3-point. But there you can see that Radmanovich. Eventually, I'm going to have to make 10 3-pointers with that Radmanovich. So all of these stat challenges are from cards they give you. Like, I already have all these cards because I did the Ruby challenge and Sapphire challenge and Emerald challenge. But essentially, all you need to do is keep getting stats. Once you unlock a new tier, like when I get 50 dunks and I have this Ruby Zion Williamson, I'll go and play the Zion Williamson challenge. That's pretty much the most time consuming part, is these challenge games, because you can't stack any stats in them. Some are quicker than others. Like this one's just 3 dunks with Zion, so it should be pretty quick. The game ends after those stats. But other ones like the Amethyst one for defense down here, I'm on that now. I have unlocked the Ben Wallace, so I have this greatness Ben Wallace that I can use, but it's a full game. So some are a little bit longer than others, but I recommend this. This will be my strategy. I'm going to keep getting stats, and then every time I unlock a new greatness player from hitting that stat tier, I'll do the subsequent challenge just to get all these extra players, and then I'll have every player that maybe I could, do a stat with. And then as I'm grinding breakout or any other mode, I'll just make sure to put those players in the lineup. Like if I was playing triple threat, I need assists with Muggsy Bogues, I needed threes with Wesley Pearson, and I needed rebounds with Tim Duncan. It's very easy just to, attack like 3 stats. You can always have an assist guy, you can always have a rebound guy, and then we have either scoring, dunking, or threes, kind of dealer's choice. The issue with scoring is most of them are very high totals, and so you're gonna have to go into domination for most of these. I mean, Bailey, 21 points can definitely be done in breakout, but most of them are much more. There's 50, maybe could be done in clutch time, 55. Most of these are domination type situations. I mean, you can get 40, maybe 50 points in a clutch time game, so some of these I would kind of recommend maybe trying clutch time, but a lot of these scoring ones are a bit longer. So for me, what I'm prioritizing is going to be shooting, playmaking, and defending. And essentially every lineup I have in breakout, whether it's clutch time, full lineup, or triple threat, like my full lineup pretty much has the same thing. I have an assist guy, which was LeBron, but I took him out. I have a rebound guy, and I have a 3-point scoring guy, and I'm just knocking these challenges out one at a time. And I'm going to give you guys a tool here. You may have seen it on Reddit, but check out this spreadsheet. And I know not all of us want to pull up a spreadsheet, but the hardest part is knowing who you need to use. Like let's say I finished, and this is actually an example, like I finished all the stats with these guys. I need to find a new assist guy that I need, a new 3-point, and a new rebound. So instead of coming all the way back to the menus and going into greatness and like scrolling down and trying to find a guy that I know I need, I can just pull up a spreadsheet. And I know maybe not everybody wants to play with a laptop open next to them, but it's just one idea of how you can stay organized. And this is a great spreadsheet. It was created by a Reddit user. I'll put the link in the description below, but it has the exact stats. So I could just have this pulled up, and then when I'm going to my lineup, so when I'm going to play, I know exactly who I need to use. I can just check over to my handy dandy spreadsheet and put in the player that I need assists with, put in a player I need 3-pointers with, put in a player I need rebounds with. One thing to think about, some of those early 3-point stats is like make 1 3-pointer. So if you're playing a full lineup game, you're like, look, I can shoot more than just 1 3-pointer. I can probably make up to 10 3-pointers in a game. So parry it a bit. Put maybe 1 or 2 guys that need 1 3-pointers just to knock them out, but then go down the list and put somebody who needs, 7, 8 3-pointers. Because like I would come in, and I did this earlier with like Klay Thompson and Ray Allen. They both needed just 1 3-pointer, but then I combined them with Rafe LaFrentz. So I got the 1 3-pointer done with 2 guys, knocked out 2 challenges, and then 7 3-pointers done with Rafe LaFrentz. Just some ideas on how to stack this, guys, but in theory, go at your own pace. These cards are good. Like, don't get me wrong. These cards are absolutely good. Not saying these like are not good or not worth it, but none of them are necessarily game changing. I think SAR is probably, I would take SAR over any of these 5 probably. Maybe that's just because I have SAR, and I'm probably still going to try to get these guys eventually, but don't feel like there should be a fire underneath you. You need to chase these guys down. There's going to be so many more good cards coming along the way. And either way, it's really just a W to just kind of grind. Like, I think a good strategy, this is kind of the one I'm doing, which is like anytime you hit that stat tier point, you might as well play the game, because you're going to get 5 new cards And oh my goodness, my collection has grown so much just in the last 24 hours. Mostly like wild gems, some lower tier wild gems, but some of them are like diamonds. It does look like every single, theme has a like random diamond. A lot of it's just wild gems, but look, you get a Del Curry in this one. Let's see what it is for slashing. It is a random diamond as well. So that, and a couple of these, look at that's two actual themed, three themed, four themed players in the dunk one. You get a bounce player, you get Obi Toppin. Those aren't just wild gems. So you're gonna grow your collection a ton just from doing the lower tiered ones and taking care of the challenge games. Essentially, they could give everybody free Galaxy Opal wild gems, free pink diamond wild gems. Yes, we will talk about how that's going to impact the market. I think they showed their hand a little bit. They're giving us so many wild gems. They're either going to be really nice and then give us an exchange and be like, hey, you should have a ton of wild gems to use now because we gave you a bunch for free. But I think more realistically, they're just like, yeah, we're done with the wild gem exchange. Here's a bunch of free wild gems. Go at it. Use them if you want. But yeah, don't expect an exchange. That said, yeah, wild gem prices are probably going to take a hit because now there's so many free ones in the game, but take advantage and get these done, at least the lower tier ones. I understand if you don't want to grind the whole thing. It is a time commitment, probably a 50-hour grind. If you spread that over 50 days, it could be worth it. And yeah, in 50 days, these cards will still be good. And if you did all 5, you do get to lock in for a very elite card, which is point guard eligible, 100 overall Dwayne Wade. He will be good a very long time. So even if you did grind this casually over 50 days, you could get that Dwayne Wade and he would still be good then. He's probably the best point guard in the game right now today, maybe a little undersized, but no one's getting him today. I wouldn't be surprised if someone gets him by the end of the weekend. And that would just be a hyper grind. But for us on this channel, I'm just excited. Look, there's a bunch of casual grind I can do now. I can start stacking so many challenges, and I'm going to get some really fun cards along the way. One we definitely have circled is got to be this Heat Wave scoring 1,500 points. We got this one circled. DeMarcus Cousins is going to slide right into the Kings theme team. But just an example of some cool free cards they're giving us. Like, look at another one I got. They're giving everybody this card. It's not even that crazy of a card. Let's see if I can find him. Would it be under slashers? No, you guys know who I'm thinking about. LeBron. They gave it everybody a free. I mean, it's Sapphire, but still, this was my first LeBron this year. They gave it. These greatness cards are cool. There's some cool cards in here. There's a Dyson Daniels. This Ruby Brandon Ingram's got a great jump shot. Like, definitely fun. So just keep at it. Whether you are gonna be that hyper grinder and try to get these as quick as possible, it's not a bad grind. These are good cards. Like, don't feel like that's not a bad idea. If you got the time and you want to lock in, not a bad idea. If you just want to do it casually, it's still a huge dub because you're gonna get so many more cards. Who knows, maybe they do an exchange. Either way, they're just gonna be fun to use. Like, some of these cards are gonna be really good and really fun and just a great way to build the collection. Definitely looking forward to this Robert Pack card. We use the Ruby. Robert Pack's always a really fun card, so cool to see this. So in theory, or in summary, we'll keep talking about greatness. I think we've honed in on a pretty good strategy, which is isolate a couple stats, stack them in the lineup, get assists done with the scoring, whether it's dunking, 3 points, or just points in general, and then have your rebound guy out there. And you can start chipping away at these. And also keep in mind, all of these are rep boosts, all these stat things. So even if you're not going to complete it, like, throw a couple guys in the lineup, just build your rep up. Your rep's going to go through the roof doing this as well. So just all in all, a great grind for us, a bit passive. I don't think it's going anywhere. We'll touch upon this, pretty consistently, but it's good. Just, second day, I think we're honing in on the strategy. And yeah, so in theory, do your dailies, lock in on battlegrounds, and just jump into greatness. Get as much done as you can, whether it's the low-hanging fruit or if you're going to get real focused and try to get Dwayne Wade eventually. For the play tab, really it goes hand in hand with what we're talking about. I will be in breakout all day long. That is what I'll be focused on. I'm just going to be coming in here, working through boards, getting a bunch of rewards along the way, using the spreadsheet and sliding in, different either greatness players or wild gems that need stats. Great day to do that. It's always a great day to play in the park. I mean, if that's your grind, if you're not focused on greatness, maybe some of these cards don't make your lineup, and either way, triple threat park stats count towards all of these things. So if you're just kind of like, you know what, I'll get some cards as I get, stay on your normal grind. We still got 3 weeks left in the season, whether it's Showdown, Triple Threat Park, All-Star Team Up. Either way, I mean, there's no big challenge associated with a specific mode today. We have the weekend coming up. We'll see when King of the Courts rewards gets announced. It will probably be tomorrow. So today is really dealer's choice. I'll be playing some breakout and just kind of, getting some greatness challenges done. But whatever is your mode for the season, still line up the shots, guys. I know we have a new greatness spotlight challenge, but make sure we're getting to season 40. Get your season exchange pieces. Jaden McDaniels is still absolutely elite if that's the card you're going for. So line up your shots in play mode and really just business as usual. Just try to stack some challenges if that is what you're focused on in the greatness. For the exchange and Battlegrounds Festival is really winding down. Last official day. I've been stacking a ton of pieces. I probably have like 100 gold pieces right now. I won't go ahead and put all them in. But at one point, I'll just, upgrade everything probably to diamond and just get as many packs as I can. Again, this has been a big W for us. For us in this channel, this festival's pretty much wound down. We got SAR, we got all the players we wanted in some dynamic duos. So if y'all have any questions on, what you should do with your final pieces, just drop them down below. If you got SAR, Terry, or Kuzma, should be feeling pretty good. This was a really good festival for you. And then just pick up Hansen, Jeffries, get all the low-hanging fruit with your extra pieces. That would be my advice. And we touched on Season 4. Try to grab one of these guys. They're really good. Get your Season 4 exchange piece. Still plenty of time. And Wild Gems. I think it could be done, boys. Just for the mere fact they're giving us so many wild gems, I think it may be done, but who knows? Maybe we will not see more. Maybe we will. Nothing really new in the pack market. They did put this Hall of Fame pack. I know some people were grinding My Career just to get enough BC. Not a bad idea. You can get a decent amount of BC in My Career. If you were trying to chase for SAR or Terry, that is an option. But yeah, we are not ripping any packs there. And let's pivot into the auction house because it's still just such a vibrant time in the auction house. Let's take a quick look. I think I sold like 20 cards yesterday, guys. Been very active. We'll see some of the things that I won so you can see what I'm buying. But yes, I am completely out on wild gems at this point. Selling at a break even if I need to. Been surprised that some of these are selling a bit higher. So a couple wild gem diamonds sold around 1920. Very surprising, but I'll take it. We traded a bunch of Ace Baileys yesterday. Just got them all around 30 and sold them all in the 40s. Nickel Walker, we're getting under 20. So you guys can kind of see, we'll clear these out. Zaire's a great profit for us. That's just another wild gem we cleared out. Definitely moving on from Kenny Smith. Everyone's going to get a free Kenny Smith from those challenges. So my thought was just sell. Luckily, I got him at such aggressive prices and he's still kind of rare. So for now, we're selling them, but yeah, probably not going to be trading Kenny Smith as much now that he is free for everybody through those challenges. But let's go ahead and clear these out. You guys can see some of the things I sold yesterday, made a little profit on. All right, got all those cleared out and a little more MT in the bank, which we always like. Here's some of my wins. This Larry Hughes has been sitting here early. A good example of me pulling the trigger too early. I thought the bottom was there. The bottom is not there. I got Larry Hughes at 20. Just goes to show, sometimes the buy window for these guys really isn't Tuesday, Wednesday. It's more Thursday, Friday. I think now these battleground cards have really hit their floor. Most of these I got at pretty good prices either way. A couple like this Jerry Lucas, even that's a little high. He's really closer to 20 now. But we did stockpile a good amount of battlegrounds. I think this Kayla, she's a bit of an anomaly. I don't think you'll see her at 20. So getting her at 30, I was pretty happy with. Even the overpriced Larry like this 30, I think I'll still make profit on. I hope he gets up to 37 at some point, in which case I could easily make profit on that 30. But of course, we'll make really good profit on like this 20. And then these are just day trades. I mean, these guys' price is already stabilized. So these were buys that I will flip today, active bid on a couple other, low, well-priced cards. And that's kind of my strategy. So we got a couple things. One, I've already mentioned, I said the buy window was open Tuesday, Wednesday. It's very open now. Just be very aggressive with these prices. They are down. I'm thinking Larry Hughes around the 20s. Same with this Jerry Lucas, as close to 20 as possible. He snuck up a bit yesterday, but realistically, there's still a lot on buy now that, sit for a minute on 22, 23. There's a 24 that's been up for a few hours. So no reason we can't win these on bids around 20. Still a lot of room for these guys to grow. If there's any other kind of meta diamonds that you've identified from this set, I do have hope on this Omri Cassiope just being so big at the shooting guard position. Looks like he's stabilized around 15, which is a nice point. So it's like if we can get some of these guys around 10, wouldn't be surprised to see him sneak up towards 20. I don't think he does as much as like Nas Reed did. I mean, Nas Reed has been consistently 25 to 30 for us for a while now. Not sure if he's going to do that type of action, but we saw a great little boost on Jordan Clarkson, and people really like this card. He was in like the 40s for a bit, and he's come way back down to earth. Saw a lot listed around 2015 today, but still, we were able to get him close to 10 when he was in packs. So I think Omri Cassiope, kind of like that Aldama, some of those meta diamonds, you know, that can sneak down to 10-ish while they're in packs, definitely get a nice little bump. So I would circle him again, you know, don't go overboard, just grab a few. And that's what we've done with this most recent set. And other than that, I've just been really focused on the day trades, just got outbid on both of those. But you saw the cards that I was going after, just, you know, recent sets that are still meta. These Beast Amethyst, all three of them have gone through the roof. It goes to show, sometimes you just gotta hold. I mean, we bought this AO at like 5. He has completely doubled, and he didn't double right away. He took a bit of time. Same with this Zaire Williams. Sometimes he gets flooded and he has like a bunch. I mean, even just a couple of days ago, I saw this guy at like 6 or 7 buyout. Now he's super rare. So just shows, check in every day, because you just need a small window to get your profit. And sometimes a card will be flooded, and then if you just find the right 12-hour window, I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow when we do our daily, if I pull up Zaire and there's not like 10 or 15 up, some below 10,000. But if I were to list one today at 18,000, it might sell pretty quick. It just goes to show, like, there's value just popping in here and having your list of cards. I check Nas Reed pretty much every day. You can see, look at this card, going up a bit. So what I think is going to happen, a good day to sell right now. Ooh, this is interesting. I almost want to buy that Nickel, but I'm going to wait. Just keep selling these day flips, but do know tonight on Thursday night, there's going to be a leak for tomorrow's set. And we do usually see a bit of a dip in the market on Fridays with the new set. So what's a good deal today may not be, you know, such a good deal tomorrow. It might be kind of the base tomorrow. So anything you buy today, be ready to kind of sell quick, or be ready to hold into next, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think the festival ends tomorrow. We probably don't start a new one. The greatness spotlights, they're not going to impact the market that much besides those wild gems. And I do want to talk about that. I mean, they gave us so many wild gems. So that whole wild gem market is, even the ones that go like the Pelicans and the Lakers, even those ones really do need to take a hit just because they're giving us so many wild gems. I'm just curious, what are Lakers wild gems at? They're still pretty expensive. Look at that. That's a snipe. All right, well, we'll buy that Shannon Brown. They're holding value a little bit. I'm just thinking, look, they're giving us so many free wild gems. The market's going to be flooded, especially diamonds and amethysts. I mean, they're even giving us free Galaxy Opal. I sold my Rick Berries because they're giving us free Rick Berry. And so to me, I see no reason, and I said this a while ago, if they don't give us another exchange, there's just no reason for these guys to hold their value. Maybe they surprise us with one later on, but at that point, everybody's gonna have so many free wild gems. Like if I just grind that greatness, spotlight casually, I will fill up my collection with so many wild gems. So I think wild gems, they may take a bit of a hit and may or may not recover. With that though, there is some cards that are not wild gems that you're gonna get from the greatness spotlights, but it's not too many. And so in the greatness spotlight cards are good, but it's not a huge volume of like elite cards. Like this is just 5 cards that take a long while to get. Maybe they impact the dark matter, a little bit. They're not giving us, a ton of great diamonds. It's like 5 diamonds. It's mostly lower tier cards. So I don't see the greatness spotlight like tanking the market by any means. We'll have a natural ebb and flow from tomorrow's new set. Like every Friday we see a little dip. But then if they chill out Tuesday and just release super packs, and that wouldn't be the worst thing. They've given us a ton of content. They just did a great 2-week festival. Now we have the greatness spotlights and a new set Friday. Wouldn't be the most wild thing to think nothing Tuesday. We still could have a very strong market next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Personally, I do see like a big drop to the market eventually. I think pink diamonds are a bit too expensive in general. And by all-star, usually we see pink diamonds like below 10K, but that's still a bit away. So I think we have some stability, through the end of the month and early February, but kind of circling February 6th. That's a Friday. There'll be a new set there. In my mind, I'm like, we might be reassessing some of the day trades and what we're holding around February 6th. Like even all these cards, all these pink diamonds, I may want to be moving before February 6th and maybe even sooner. So that's just kind of something to think about as far as what's coming over the horizon. For now, the market should be quite steady, but it's the length, time is different in my team. I could say for a long time. In my team, a long time is 6 or 7 days. If we get a steady market for 6, 7, 8 days, that's pretty good. So I do think they'll see some market fluctuation, particularly in mid-February. But for the short term, 6, 7, 8 days, or long term, whatever your ratio is there, I think it's a pretty stable time to be making some moves. So I will stick with the strategy, buying the most recent set at as close to floor as possible, usually at the very end of their cycle, combining that with just my day flips. Of course, we have dynamic duos and things like that. But let me know how down below, some of my favorite comments are where people are like, hey, I tapped into your channel and now I've made a couple 100,000 MT. Those are my favorite comments. So let me know what's working for you guys. Are you guys making some similar trades and making MT off it as well? With that, guys, I hope everyone has a great Thursday. We're getting excited for the weekend. I think we'll play King of the Court regardless of the results or the rewards. I think I'll just tap in. This is such a fun lineup. Eventually, we will sell this Tracy, so let's get the most out of him while we have him. And I mean, it's in such a good spot. Maybe we make one upgrade and get another center just to play along Yang Hansen. But I would love to take this team in particular into King of the Court this weekend and just have some fun. We build these lineups. It's a great opportunity to showcase it. So that should be live Saturday night. We'll do it just like last weekend. Saturday night, I'll hop on, play some King of the Court. That was a really good stream. Looking forward to that. We will check in on the Kings lineup. It's looking good. Chris Webber is back. He had to take a little vacation. It wasn't even a vacation. What do you guys call an exhibition? I mean, he had to take a little business trip on the side, but he is back. He is fully badged out. Of course, as it would happen, Malik Monk needed to go for an exhibition today, so the lineup is not fully complete quite yet. We will have that dropping soon as well. I'm thinking Saturday or Sunday is going to be episode 1 of Showdown Kings, and we will be taking this theme team with Malik Monk online. We'll build a bit of a story around it. I think I'll be releasing it on weekends, so either Saturday or Sunday. Still lining that up, but we should be live Thursday, Friday, Saturday as well, so it's going to be a busy weekend for us, kind of lining up those shots. But yeah, lineup's in a good spot. MT's in a pretty good spot. I know we spent a little bit on that Kings team, but we're working hard to make it all back. So I think overall the account is solid, and I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate all the support and all the comments. This channel's in a really good spot. The account's in a good spot. Let's just keep at it. Please do like and subscribe, comment. They all mean a lot to me, and I deeply appreciate it. But I hope you all have a great day. I hope you're lining up, your Thursday well, your Friday, and it comes into a beautiful weekend for you. Much love and peace.